Alright, so welcome back to the channel. First of all, I hope you guys are all well. The next thing is I'm a bit late to the party for this one, but do I really care? No, not really. But unless you've been living under a rock these past couple of days, you may have noticed on Friday that the EFL said that clubs in League 2 have voted to end the season with immediate effect. Wow, we've got a lot to talk about today. Before I continue with this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new down here. Let's get straight into it because there's a lot to talk about. So on Friday, League 2 clubs have voted to end the season. The 24 teams in League 2 came together and did a vote. I'm just going to read just this a little bit from a statement from the EFL. It's not, feel free to read the rest, it's about League 1, but I don't care about League 1 to be honest. I'm just going to read this a little bit just regarding League 2. Having considered the protocols and costs that would be required to be met to conclude the current season, League 2 clubs have unanimously indicated a preferred direction of travel to curtail the campaign in line with the framework outlined by the EFL board. In addition, clubs asked for consideration to be given to suspending relegation to the National League for 1920 as a result of circumstances created where fixtures cannot be completed. No commitments were made in this respect, and the board will now consider the implications of the division's preferred approach at their next meeting. So what this means, they're going to judge the season on points per game. So right now, it'll be the top three for points per game that goes up. That being Swindon Town, Plymouth Argyle, and Crewe Alexandra. The playoffs will still take place, and that will include Exeter City, Northampton Town, Colchester United, and Cheltenham Town. And there'll be no relegation. So Stevenage looks like we'll be safe for another season. So we've got a lot to talk about with this. So we're going to start with the promotion spots now. As I've just mentioned, Plymouth, Swindon and Crewe will take their place in EFL League 1 for next season. And what do I think to that? Well, you know, there needed to be three teams that go up, points per game. I think it was the current top three anyway, correct me if I was wrong. But if I'm going to be honest, you can't really put it past them. I mean, yeah, all I can really say is congratulations to those three, Plymouth, Swindon and Crewe. Swindon, we played them. The early team from the top three who played twice. We've conceded 6 goals in 2 games. Enough said. The next team is Plymouth Argyle. We played them once and that was our second to last game before the season ended. We got dicked 3-0 at their ground, so yeah, that was fun. And Crewe Alexandra, again, we've only played them once before the season ended and we lost 2-0 at home. I've got to be honest though, Crewe Alexandra have probably been the best team I've seen at Blundell Park for a very, very long time. These three deserve promotion, and I just want to say congratulations to them. All the best in League 1. So it looks like the playoffs will be still going ahead as well. So that will include Exeter, Cheltenham, Colchester and Northampton. I mean, what it looked like, it looked for a while that it'll be top 4, no playoffs. So if it was top 4, it would have been, I believe, Cheltenham that would have gone up, and Exeter's missing out on points per game. But it looks like they're going ahead with the playoffs. So what it looks like, it'll be Exeter against Colchester and Cheltenham against Northampton. I believe that's right. So I might be wrong on that one. I mean, yeah, whatever it be, it will be. You know, we need four promotion spots. So you know, may the best team win for that one. When we can play those games, I don't know. Now with this, I said that there won't be a relegation spot. Ah, Stevenage, you lucky bastard. Now I'm a Grimsby fan, right? I think we know that by now. There's always been that hatred towards Stevenage, mainly from our fan base, mainly because of the bra incident where we went to Stevenage like a couple of years ago, where like their stewards were checking out our females' fan bras. It was completely disgusting by the club, and on the pitch as well, they used to always beat us. So that really, there's, you know, we hate them. Let's be honest. But the interesting thing about this is no relegation spots. They've requested to not have a team relegated to the National League. Now, this is what I don't get. If they can promote teams, why can't they relegate teams? I think it's just simple logic, isn't it? Let's be honest, Stevenage were down and out for a while. I think they've been like bottom like since the first day, you know, or like not long into the season. You know, they've been down there for pretty much all the season. And of course, if you would have said a couple of weeks ago, if the season continued, I mean, Stevenage nailed on for relegation. I think there was 9 games left, and you know, they was nailed on for relegation. But as you may have noticed, Macclesfield had a bit of a point deduction, so Stevenage were only 3 points behind Macclesfield. When it was a couple of weeks ago saying that Stevenage have got no chance, when it came to that, they had a chance. But I just don't get the point promoting teams if you're not going to relegate teams. Here's a point from D3, D4 Football on Twitter. Very good, by the way. It said, if points per game is deemed good enough to see clubs promoted from League 2, then it must also relegate teams based on the same principle. Barrow may not get another opportunity to play in the EFL, and they, like the other teams going up in Division 4, have played 37 games. That is a very good point. Now, before the season ended, Barrow were currently top of the National League. I think they're like 4 points clear, in front of Harrogate, who are second. So it was close, but Barrow was definitely top. And there's a chance that they might not be able to get into the EFL because of this. So there's always that problem. But then again, on the other side, there's currently 91 teams in the EFL. We need to remember Bury got expelled, so we need 92. So we need to make the numbers up. So I reckon... I mean, Barrow have got to be promoted, surely. Who am I to know? Again, don't roast me in the comments. I'm not that good with all this shit and all that, but I'm just saying how I see it, really. I don't know, it's a tough one. Bear with me. As for my team, Grimsby Town, the final league table for points per game, it's not really affected us much. I mean, we're mid-table anyway, finishing above Scunthorpe. You love to see it. And I'm also celebrating the fact that this was our final game of the season. Absolutely beautiful. But going on this, was it the right decision to call the season off? I think it was. I think common sense has prevailed in the end. Because you look at this way, a load of clubs are on furlong, you know, some not getting paid, you know, clubs are struggling financially. League 2 clubs rely on matchday income, really. That's how they earn the money to pay wages and stuff like that, you know, transfers, all that other stuff. They rely on matchday income. And it's simple, if they're not getting any matchday income, you know, they're gonna be in trouble. You know, clubs can go bust from this. And to continue the season, it would have cost loads for COVID-19 testing kits. I think it's a lot of money. It was like 140 grand, I believe it said it was. That's a lot of money for a League 2 club. And just basic stuff like medical attention on a match day, because you need to have some doctors on a match day. Again, costs money. So, look, it is a very strange situation. This is. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And I pray to God I never see anything like this again. I just want to give a shout out to Port Vale's owner. What Port Vale's owner's done, she's decided to end the season, but she felt scared that, you know, there'll be a bit of backlash. But she said that it was the best thing to do, and you've got to take your hats off to it. It was definitely the best thing to do. Again, Port Vale were close to a playoff spot, you know, they weren't far off, but, you know, football at the minute is secondary. I'm not really bothered about football at this moment in time. I was watching the Bundesliga yesterday, and it's just a dose of reality of what football can be when it returns, most likely next month in the UK. Football without fans is nothing. It's nothing. I mean, this is the reality we live in. You know, we're gonna have to get used to this for quite a while yet. When will the next game fans can attend? God knows. You know, it could be a couple of months. It could be a year. You know. This is just mad. I know Grimsby Town manager Ian Holloway has been very vocal about this as well. And you can't blame him, you know. Games should not go ahead until it's 100% safe. Same with fans. Let's say fans returned, like, next month. And I know it won't, but let's say like, fans return next month. There was no way I was going to go until my safety was 100% guaranteed. This is mental. It really is. I think on the whole, common sense has prevailed. With this as well, it's a bit hot and cold. You know, you're going to get some people that's going to like this, but then you're going to get some people who are not. And it's going to cause a whole hell of a lot of controversy. So, yeah, just watch this space for that. But I think it's the best thing they could have done, really. If you would have said to me a month ago, I wanted the season to finish, just because there's like 9 games left, you might as well try and get them over and done with, but do it at the safest opportunity. But then you've got to look at the bigger picture. You know, clubs are at risk. Clubs can go bust because they're not getting any income in. You know, it's a massive problem. You know, football is a business at the end of it, and it's just, if there's no money coming in, they're not going to survive. It's as simple as that. There's also been some talk about regional leagues as well, combining League 2 and the National League into North and South like leagues. Do I want that? No. We'll have to see now where League 2 goes from here. I mean, God knows when it will return. God knows, you know, the summer transfer window is going to be different. God knows when fans are going to be able to come back. When all this is over, football will change massively, and that is pretty much a guarantee. It's going to be really interesting to see how this turns out. I think I've said my point on this video, so if you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I really want to know your opinions on this. Again, don't roast me in the comments, because I'm not I don't know the most on this, so I've tried of just what I think, really. Again, could be wrong on a couple of things, but you know, that's how it is, really. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much. Stay safe. Control the virus and that bollocks. But yeah, thank you for watching. My name is Jordan. I'll see you guys on my next video. Now, until then, peace.